Welcome back to another episode of Midlife Moto Crisis. Today we are going to discuss tips and tricks for riding in traffic. Let's do it.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. This is Deanna and I'm Derek, and we're in Midlife Moto Crisis.
Everybody, it is a beautiful morning down here in Central Florida, the year-long riding capital of the US. Today we're going to do a little tips and tricks when riding a motorcycle. Let's go ahead and think about safety, where we should be. As you can see, we got a vehicle over here, big vehicle, truck towing a couple cars. One of the things you want to do when you do pass, you want to get into a spot and pass this guy quickly. Don't wait, but now I gun it and pass him quickly on the opposite side as far as I can to get around him. Why? Because big trucks create a lot of wind, okay? And you never know what's going to happen if he tries to move over. You want to get out of that blind spot as soon as you possibly can. Don't stay in the blind spot too long. Zip through it. You should practice, especially as a new motorcycle rider, especially in traffic, is placing your thumb on the horn. This will allow you to hit the horn quickly without fumbling around, looking down and trying to find it. This is a great tip for any motorcycle rider, even advanced, especially in traffic. You see something coming up, you've already got your thumb right on the control. Another great tip that we can talk about here is avoiding objects. When your motorcycle is up to speed, you cannot turn your handlebars. The only way to get the motorcycle to turn is by leaning the motorcycle. Here's the concept you need to think about. You've got two hands on the bars. What you want to do is, the way you want to turn, you want to push that forward. Push forward. As you can see what I'm doing here, I've got a little object in the way, push forward, and it leans. So I'm pushing my right hand to turn right, pushing my left hand to lean left and turn left. Very easy concept. Once you think about it that way, get out in a parking lot, try it out at low speeds, and just get the feel for it. An important tip when riding a motorcycle, I probably think it's the #1 most important tip, and that is not riding scared. Riding scared is it's worse than knowing it's just the worst. If you ride scared and you're like all over the place, back and forth, you got to relax. It's the point that you got a motorcycle, so you can relax, okay? Riding scared affects your ability to handle a motorcycle, to operate the motorcycle. Relax, stay calm. The only way you're going to achieve this is by riding more often. So don't give up. If something happens, something scary happens to you and you don't feel safe, you've got to ride more to get that fear out of you. Riding scared is probably the #1 in my book biggest mistakes you can make as a motorcycle rider. When coming to a red light, go ahead and give yourself some distance. I like to personally watch my rear view mirror to make sure that the vehicle behind me is not coming up to me too fast. I like to cock my tire to my escape route. My escape route is going to be that grass patch right there if I see him coming up too fast on me. So that way I can constantly look at my mirror and check it out. No issues, let's just proceed. What I recommend is always having your bike in gear when you're at a stoplight or a stop sign. You never know when you need to get into an escape route. Make sure you pre-plan an escape route, because that is very important when you're a defensive driver. You want to be a defensive driver while riding a motorcycle. A lot of guys will come up to a light, put it in neutral. As you can see right here, I'm on neutral, and just relax. The problem is it's going to take you too long to get your bike in gear, clutch it down, get your bike in gear, get on the throttle if you need to make a quick decision if somebody is coming behind you, to the side of you. So I personally prefer to keep the clutch in and have my bike at any moment ready to move. So while riding in traffic, you know, some of the most important things for you to look at is always be aware, not in the car in front of you, but ahead of you. Look past the car. If you see something happening further down the road, you can see it. You're not focused on his taillights. There's no need to focus on his taillights. You need to look past the car. Very important. A lot of new motorcycle riders will continuously look at their gauges. No need to look at your gauges, all right? You can feel when you need to switch, and you want to be looking past the vehicle that's inside you. As you can see, you've got this truck coming out the left, taking the turn. Give yourself space. I personally love to give myself space between me and the next car, because your reaction times are better. Now, you should be able to stop faster than a car on a motorcycle, so plan for that. Give yourself the space that you need. There's no rule on how far back you can go. Now, you want to give yourself a good 2 seconds, like for instance, 2 seconds time space between you and the car. But give yourself space, make sure you're evenly spaced out, and you're looking past traffic to the side. Riding in the left lane, it's a great place to ride. It's, I believe, the safest place to ride when you're in a highway situation. Okay, the reasons why. Traffic turns off on the right. People exit out on the right. People turn off on side streets on the right. Sometimes they're in the left lane and they almost forget their turn and hurry up and skedaddle across the road and make a sudden stop in front of you if you were in the right lane to make their turn. Remember, they don't care about you. You have to care about yourself. Now, you already have established you're in the left lane. The chances somebody wheeling over to if this black car got out in front of me and needed to make a right turn very quickly, guess what? I'm already in the left lane and I can continue my path forward.